morning, TNT. Welcome to what we simply call here a cup of Joe. This is our Christmas season. My name is Joel Villafano. Alongside me in beautiful red
because
is
it's Christmas.
Action Jackson.
Fa la 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 la.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's Christmas.
Oh my goodness.
And we're ready.
You're in full Christmas mode?
I'm in full Christmas regalia. Because you know what comes after Christmas?
Carnival?
Pretty much.
How are you doing?
I am well. And we're back.
We're back. We're back. For a wonderful Christmas season. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm going to admit it. I might have missed you.
You missed me?
I might have missed you.
Oh my goodness.
That's as much as I'm willing to
Cheers
go.
to that and cheers to Christmas. Folks, let me quickly say that we will be now on 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. You can join the Cup of Joe team, Abio and myself. We'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yes.
As the week rolls on, we'll tell you what's in store on every single day.
That's right. We're pulling out all the stops.
Yes. Halloween is over.
What?
No, Halloween.
Halloween?
Yeah, these Halloween celebrations are over.
We celebrate Halloween in Trinidad?
We do. I saw Halloween sale sometime.
Really?
Yes.
I ignored it.
you missed out on that?
Yes. Halloween passed me by. I didn't see it.
I understand as well that there was a petition to have a Halloween parade through the streets of Port of Spain.
You know, I can barely make it through.
I knew I would have got going this morning with that.
Various other local celebrations. I don't know if I'd make it through Halloween. We are very special in TNT, you know. I love us. I love us. So if there is a bandwagon that can be jumped on, we will find it. We will find that bandwagon.
Yeah.
So you know what? Why not jump on the Cup of Joe bandwagon on this beautiful Monday morning as we get ready to take a peek inside the cup, brought to you with the kind compliments of
Kiss Rani Flatbreads.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So, you know, this being our first week, I thought that we would touch base with some of our Cup of Joe alum, so to speak.
We have Cup of Joe alum
We
already.
so do. We so do have Cup of Joe alum because, you know, this is our third season. Yeah. So we chatted with Uncle Roy. Yeah. I call him Uncle Roy. I love that I get to call him Uncle Roy now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We chatted with Roy Cape inside of season 2. Mm-hmm. And since then...
Season 1 it was.
Season 1, yes.
Uncle Roy was season 1?
Season 1, there we go. Thus far, he has been doing some extraordinary things. He's launched a book. Yeah. And we did say that when he launched the book that we would definitely want to have him back to chat with us. So we're kicking off our Share a Cup, our American Stores Share a Cup this morning with Uncle Roy Cape. He'll be chatting about his autobiography, so that's something you definitely don't want to mix. We get into the financial fix. It's Christmas, it's Carnival, money will be spending, you need to know how to budget. Republic Bank will be back in the mix with your financial fix. And then we get into our very, very special segment that is near and dear to our heart, Cup for a Cause. We always enjoy sharing time with those nonprofit organizations. And today we have a very special one called Just Because.
Just because.
Just because. So you definitely want to stay close to find out what Just Because is all about.
It's a husband and wife. I want to tease it a bit because it's a husband and wife. They have a very special, very touching story.
Yes, they do.
And you got to stay tuned for that. And they've formed this foundation called Just Because.
Offering support for other parents who may be in a similar situation that they found themselves in a few years ago.
Stay with us for that.
And finally, we have a brand new segment.
What's this one?
It's right up my alley because, you know, it's all about the arts. Mondays, our closing segment on a Monday will now be called Music Monday.
Music Mondays.
And Joel won't be singing. On a Music Monday, we get to sample some of the talents of young artists and performers, musicians in TNT.
They're going to be passing by and actually doing a
passing
performance.
by and they're going to be performing.
Very good.
And we get to live vicariously through them.
Oh, very
yeah.
good, very good.
So today we have a young lady in the mix by the name of Shinesse Simmons, and you can look out for her. So there you have it. That's what's inside the cup, brought to you with the kind compliments of
Rani Flatbread.
There you go.
I'm seeing you have heels on, Miss Jackson.
That's right, Action Jackson back in the mix.
Can we get a quick injury update before we go to the break?
Quick injury update is that I am doing what I want.
Miss Jackson.
That's my injury update.
Jackson.
I'm doing what I want. I mean, I can't be a mid-morning TV superhero without all of the tricks that I usually have. My superpowers.
And your heels are...
Walking in heels. I feel powerful in heels. Women, don't you feel powerful in heels? I feel powerful in heels. I do. I do. So there you have it.
Thank you very much. Right, let's take a short break. Action Jackson is back in heels. Our Christmas season is off and running. We'll be right back here at A Cup of Joe. We are sharing a cup next with Uncle Roy Cape, courtesy of our fine friends at American Stores.
What's coming up inside the cup is brought to you by Kiss Rani Flatbreads.
But if you're talking a language, you know, you must understand it then.
Yeah.
You know.
So there are people now who can't, musicians so-called, that can't read music.
Illiterate.
Illiterate, musically illiterate.
Illiterate, yeah.
Yeah.
And where we say like we have Panorama, where it take about 2 months and 3 months to learn one song. If there was music, it would take them 1 day.
People gather round, I want you listen well. To set your spirits free, I have this tale to tell. Hear the grumbling of the drums, feel its mystic sound.
You could make some Trini favorites any day with Rani Flatbread. You give some tomatoes a roast, cook in oil and seasoning, 5 minutes at most. Give Rani a light toast, fill with choker, and be an epic host.
Now that's a Rani good idea.
Girl, all my furnishings are from American Stores. Quality living made affordable. Come, let me take you down to American Stores.
At American Stores this Christmas, make all your holiday wishes come true. Choose from many styles of comfortable living rooms starting at $29.99. Elegant dining rooms starting at $12.99. Relaxing bedrooms starting at $11.99. And a chance to win up to $1 million in the American Stores Cash Cube. All at American Stores, where we make quality living affordable.
All right, thanks for staying with us, folks. Yes, this is our premiere episode of our Christmas season here on A Cup of Joe on TV6. And we're starting our Share a Cup segment, or of course, all brought to you courtesy of the fine folks at American Stores. Sharing a cup with a giant of a man that we spoke with in our very first season earlier this year. He's back. He's back because he has officially launched his autobiography. I'm talking about Uncle the Dr. Roy Cape. He's back with us. Thanks so much for being here with us, Roy.
Thanks for being here on Cup of Joe one more time.
Uncle Roy, I just want to get the cameras to firstly pick this magnanimous picture of what is now your autobiography.
That's the front of the book.
The front cover of the book. Yeah. When you spoke with us earlier this year, you told us of the intention of doing it. First of all, I always wonder, I know people have stories to tell, why did Roy Cape decide to put his life and his experiences on paper?
Well, John, I didn't decide that. I was approached by Professor Justin Gilbo.
Right.
After knowing her for 3 years, she asked me, she told me she'd like to do a book on me.
Yes.
So I told her I really didn't have that ambition, but I knew I had a story. And we've been working for 4 years. We've worked in Toronto many times. We worked in Montreal. We worked in Grenada. We worked in Tobago, Manzolina, at my home. And the book has been finished. I launched the book here in Trinidad on the 26th of September at Playboy Spaniard.
Yeah.
And Duke University, who is the publisher and the producer of the book, they released it on the 7th of October.
7th of October, yeah.
And for the last 3 months, it has been advertised on Google, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and I counted 40 book companies in America.
Distributing the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was marketing it. It's in 10 different languages.
10 different languages?
Yeah.
Wow.
Down to Chinese. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japan because
you can't read it.
And in the New York Book Preview,
yeah,
which has just happened, 74 books were sent to the preview, and 9 books was accepted, and A Life on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand is one of those books there.
A Life on Calypso and Soca Bandstand. That's the title of the book. Roy Cape, A Life on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand. Yeah. Give me a little sneak preview. I mean, what can people, I know you have a copy here, what can people expect through the pages? Is it from your childhood days coming right up?
Yes,
tell us a little bit about.
Very short. I went to the orphanage when I was a little before 12 years. I spent from 1954 to 58 there. I left there in 58, and immediately I started to go to the nightclubs, which in those days had lots of nightclubs. Each nightclub had a 6-piece band, orchestra, and also a 6-piece steel band, all the nightclubs. There was the opportunity to go and hear some of the great guys. In the book, I'm talking about my life journey, but I'm also talking about all the great musicians that I have learned from, people who I admire, who has been my mentor, people who have assisted me in this long journey. Worse in today's time, the musician becomes irrelevant. He's not being seen. Every time I get an opportunity, I'm going to be able, to say this then. In the past, the musicians were stars in their own rights because vocals wasn't as prominent as it is today. Today, the whole music has gone where I was headed by Marshall Montano and HD, Bungie Garrett and Asylum, Orchestra and Band, Sherwin Winchester and you, Kess and Band. No more the musician being the star of the music.
The musician is not the star of the music
anymore.
That's amazing. The musician, and the musician is no longer the star of the music.
No.
Why did that happen, Uncle Ronnie? How did that happen?
Well, I guess the evolution of time and each generation brings their contribution to the table. And this just happens. It not only happened in Trinidad, but it's happened all over the world. All the big bands has gone. Even the individual musicians has gone.
Do you think music itself, and I'm talking internationally, of course, has suffered because of that? Because the musician has probably played less of a role?
Well, I am not one to try to criticize where we are, but I guess the whole world has to admit that the level of music has diminished. It's a fact. You have a whole industry. You don't have a sheet of music. And I'm not talking about soca or calypso, but there are great music that is big music in the world today. Isn't a sheet of music. And we have learned that if you're talking a language, you must understand it then.
So there are people now who can't, musicians so-called, that can't read music.
Illiterate.
Musically illiterate.
Illiterate, yeah. And where we say like we have Panorama, where it take a band 2 months and 3 months to learn one song. If there was music, it would take them 1 day. As you put up his hand so and you bring it down, it's going to come then. But as we say, generations bring the change. We had that in the 60s where we had lots of combos. But I would say instruments wasn't available to the common man. So I guess this is where the steel band came in and it was available every Tom, Dick and Harry in the block. At 11 years, a panchuna gave me a pan. And when I carried to my mom saying that, she wanted to see priest or lawyer or doctor.
Now it's readily available.
Today it's readily
available.
When I leave the homes, a horn is $650. My old man was working for $12 a week, so I didn't know where they could have helped me then.
Yeah.
Those days we had it.
Yeah. All that is documented in the book, Uncle Roy. All that.
Yeah.
Uncle Roy, we take a short break. We want to take a short break and we're coming right back. We're speaking with Uncle Roy Cape. He has just recently launched his autobiography, his book. I haven't got the opportunity to read it just yet. I'm getting my first copy here, but it's a life on the Calypso and the Soca Bandstand. No other person to tell that story than Roy Cape. He's with us on A Cup of Joe this morning. We're coming right back. Do stay with us.
Girl, all my furnishings are from American Stores. Quality living made affordable. Come, let me take you down to American Stores.
At American Stores this Christmas, make all your holiday wishes come true. Choose from many styles of comfortable living rooms starting at $29.99. Elegant dining rooms starting at $12.99. Relaxing bedrooms starting at $11.99. And a chance to win up to $1 million in the American Stores Cash Cube. All at American Stores, where we make quality living affordable.
My name's Marcos. I'm an avid mountain biker. Every chance I get, I'm on the trails on my bike, but like anyone else, I hate cleaning my bike. So what I did today is I sprayed one of my shoes and half of my bike with Rust-Oleum Never Wet. The results blew me away. The spray completely repelled the mud. The shoe was clean after the ride. It means less time cleaning and real protection from water damage. I'm an avid mountain biker. Every chance I get, I'm on the trails. So what I did today is I sprayed one of my shoes and half of my bike with Rust-Oleum Never Wet. The spray completely repelled the mud. It means less time cleaning and real protection from water damage.
Hey, yeah, we're back and sharing a cup this morning with a giant of a man here in TNT and across the world for that matter. Uncle Roy Cape just launched his book. If you're now joining us here on A Cup of Joe, he launched it a couple months ago. It's called A Life on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand. Of course, Uncle Roy Cape would have formed his own band. It was back in 1977. And you played with a number of bands prior to forming Roy Cape All Stars.
Yes. 1960 to 61, Sel Wheeler.
Right.
61 to 1962, Frank Francis. 62 to 64, Clarence Cowan. 64 to 68, Ron Berridge. 68 to 1970, Sparrow Troubadours. I went away 4 years. I came back. I spent 5 months, and I went and spent 3 years. I came back in 1977. Actually, I was with a group named TNT Rainbow with Carl Beaver Henderson. 77, 78, 79. But in the meantime, I was still playing in the Calypso then. So we did Shorty 79 album with Shanti. We did Explainer, Positive Vibration, Ras Mas Kicks in Parliament. We did Poser, Final Party, Road March. We did Long Ago, and You Gotta Obey by Brigo. And I also had the opportunity to play on Black Style in Caribbean Man album with Earl Rodney.
Just for folks to know as well, Roy, you have released what is a very comprehensive CD as well with the book. The CD literally details all the compositions so that you would have played with different bands leading up to, of course, the Roy Cape All Stars era.
Yeah.
So there are about 18 tracks on it. And is this CD available with the book, or do you buy it separately? How does it work?
It is meant, as you see, it's companion to the book.
It's a companion to the book.
Yeah. This was Alvin Daniel's baby. His Jocelyn initiating the book, the CD to be a follow-up with
Right. So Alvin Daniel came on and helped with that initiative. Yeah. Right. I just want to come back to what you so rightfully discussed as or pinpointed as music literacy or illiteracy, as the case may be, because these are the musicians really now taking a back seat almost. You're doing some work with the Ministry of Multiculturalism. Tell me about that.
Yes. There's an effort now that has been made to try to influence the pan players and the young musicians to learn to read music. It makes it very much easier if you can read music than you go through a whole day to learn a song.
Right.
If you're fluent reading a paper just because your paper's in your read and you just throw it aside and over it, it's the same thing with music then. So I've been in this is the third semester, Western Paul, Erlens is at Codette Steel Band in Sunny Grande, and he's at Golden Hands in San Fernando.
Right.
Western Paul is at, I think, Potential Symphony and Jacoba Joylanders.
Right.
I am at St. James Police Youth Club and Casablanca.
What's been the response? Are you getting people coming out there, young people?
Yeah.
The response has been good?
I went to graduation Friday at Codette's Yard in Sunny Grande, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
You cannot get very, very much out of 3 months. But the children are excited, and where instruments years ago was not available, the ministry has made instruments available.
I see you didn't walk with your wife today.
No.
Where's your wife?
I walk with the next one.
You're a man of many wives. You pick up on your wife. you leave the trumpet home and you bring another wife.
for the time being.
For the time being. When you spoke with us earlier in the year, you described her as your wife, and I just found out. You don't go anywhere without her. You literally.
Well, I'll explain. After many, many years, you'd only realize it as time passed. The years were that on my neck.
Yeah.
You automatically get a pain here.
Right
there. Because this arm is like this.
Right, yeah.
For 56 years.
Wow.
And one never knew about this until it started coming upon and you're trying to understand why. It's this. But
how badly is it affecting you now?
After doing 39, 40 nights, you would feel a bit tired. The neck gets a little bit tired. But once you love it, during the process, you don't feel it until it's over then.
Are you looking to ease back, hoping that, of course, Carnival season comes off as planned in 2015? Are you planning to ease back a little, Roy Keefe, just based on age, based on your own health? Yes?
My intention is to try to make the guys in them be dependent to themselves, which is the motion that we're going through right now. Lots of times at the rhythm section we work without the horns. And that's how the music has gone. The All-Stars and Bungee Garden and the Asylum, to a lesser extent, there's the only two bands in Trinidad that have horns.
Right.
Except for the people who do accompaniment with the Calypsonians.
Right.
As a horn player, that's not a good sign. We had passed that stage in the 60s with combos. There was an avalanche of combos, but it eventually came back to the horns. Well, I am grateful to Trinidad and Tobago, but home has been a very complicated place for us. That most of the great musicians at some point had to migrate and cook from home because they couldn't eat good food in Trinidad.
At home, yeah.
I myself, I had left. Just that I couldn't stay in another country and do my money and have me and away from it. So, you know, kill my whole inside then. And when I was young, I was interested in playing foreign music.
Right.
Today, I don't care about that anymore. Because I've traveled enough to know now that you could only be yourself. I'm a Trinidadian, and there's things of us that no matter what we do, would always be with us there. Anywhere we go, we'd find carnival is happening where our people migrate. Our customs, our food, our culture, steel band, calypso, you know.
Great. I want to, before we wrap up, get a little update, and I know you are very close with the mighty Black Stallion, no, Dr. Stallion as well. He was on our show, as I said, also earlier in the year, and he is not doing too well, is he?
First I want to say a lot of thanks to Black Stallion. The name Roy Cape Kaiso All-Stars was given to me by Black Stallion. I was functioning just like do a gig, no name. And he said to me one day, "You're not taking care of yourself. I go do it if you ain't doing it." And he had 3 shows at Sparrow Hideaway, and I saw Roy Cape Kaiso All-Stars. So it was a tradition, like Lord Blakey called Leroy Callis Stalin. And he in later years put Black Stalin in it to identify the difference between Joseph Stalin and Leroy Callis Stalin then. But it happened to me since the majority of my life has been around calypso until the soca then. So, and I've sang. I was in the Soca Monarch in 1998. I came 9th in the Soca Monarch. So I had the experience of being there then.
Have you been in touch with Stalin recently?
Yes. He's doing fine. He's coming along great. From where I saw him at the hospital to now, he's doing good.
All right, great.
But he's type, my son had 3 strokes in August last year. So I have first-hand knowledge of what you go through and the time it takes. But he's doing great.
All right, give him our best and tell him, let him know that the Cup of Joe team, our prayers are.
As a matter of fact, I was to go there today, but I canceled it to come to a Cup of Joe.
Head straight up there now. Head straight up there now. Uncle Roy Cape, thank you so much for dropping by. And of course, the book is available in all bookstores across the country.
I will sign it to you, Joel.
You sign it one time for me?
Yeah.
I'm getting a signed copy.
I want to say, there are books at Book Specialists. 3335 Richmond Street between Park and Duke Street, at the Normandy Hotel Bookstore, at Metropolitan Bookstore, Capital Plaza, Frederick Street, and at the M Store in Piaco.
The M Store. So I'm getting my signed copy, and as Uncle Roy signs my personal copy, go on out and support his autobiography. It's called A Life on the Calypso and the Soca Bandstand. All right, go out and get a copy of Uncle Roy's book. Wonderful story, I'm sure. I'll get reading it in just a bit. We're taking a short break, folks. Stay with us. A Cup of Joe continues on this wonderful Monday morning.
Joel Shares a Cup is presented by American Stores, where we make quality living affordable since 1950.
Girl, all my furnishings are from American Stores. Quality living made affordable. Come, let me take you down to American Stores.
At American Stores this Christmas, make all your holiday wishes come true. Choose from many styles of comfortable living rooms starting at $29.99. Elegant dining rooms starting at $12.99. Relaxing bedrooms starting at $11.99. And a chance to win up to $1 million in the American Stores Cash Cube. All at American Stores, where we make quality living affordable.
There's really one bank you can depend on. One bank that leads the way. Technology and
welcome back, folks. We are moving into the second half of our show. Brand new Christmas season here on A Cup of Joe. This is where we get a little serious. Financial fix. Because our friends at Republic Bank, they give us all the who's and knows and what to do with our money. And of course, it is the Christmas season that we are approaching. And our friends at Republic Bank, they're offering what is called in the industry a Christmas loan sale. We have with us Shedley Brand. She has joined us back this season. Shedley, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me back, Joe.
Every time I hear that around Christmas time, Christmas sale loan sale. And I wonder, what is a loan sale? That bothers me most Christmases.
Well, a loan sale really is a period when the bank, Republic Bank, would typically lower its rates, either across the board or in specific categories of personal or consumer loans.
Right. So it really has to do with the rate of borrowing.
Yeah. They would normally have that, and then of course it's Christmas time, so it would generally have a Christmas theme surrounded around it.
Right. So is it that it's wise to borrow around Christmas time based on that?
Well, I would say yes. I mean, Christmas is a time, end of the year, a lot of people are in fact spending quite a lot. So you may have a need that you may want to take a loan for, whether it's to buy new furniture or a new TV or a car or something like that. This is a good time to borrow because normally we'll have some, as I said, some lower rates that will apply during this period of time.
Right. And what is Republic Bank doing special this year in terms of the loan sale?
Well, as we said, the rates are lower. We are offering over $300,000 in special customer prizes.
Prizes?
Prizes, right. We have an option, a deferred payment option, in which you don't pay anything until January 2015.
So you're borrowing?
Borrowing anytime between now, between October 1 to December 31st.
Right.
And if you choose, you can start your payments in January 2015. Right? We also have some other benefits, including a pre-approved credit card once you're approved for a loan, as well as a host of discounts at our various merchant partners. Right? So in different product categories like hardware and paint and home furnishings and stuff like that, things people typically look for during this Christmas period. During
this crazy Christmas period.
Yes.
All right. I mean, I'm also seeing that many customers are already receiving mail as to whether or not they are actually approved. You're pre-approving customers.
Yes. A lot of your viewers have already possibly even received a direct mail piece inviting them to come and take a loan with us. And in some cases, we have pre-approved them. So for those people, all they really need to do is to come in, update their financial information with us, and we will finalize the actual loan amount.
So the loan officers at Republic Bank already said, Mr. and Mrs. X, Tom Jones, they are pre-approved. You just need to come in.
Come in, we'll take care of the rest. Of course, your financial information may have changed, so you may need to adjust the amount up or down, as the case may be, based on your current financial status. In fact, what we've asked some folks to do is to go in online, send in your application online, and we will give you priority handling of your loan application, and you also have an opportunity to win a further prize of an iPad 5.
Okay, so you probably Bank giving out a lot of prizes as well.
A lot of prizes.
So let's just quickly, Republic Bank customers can call or visit any Republic Bank branch or go online, as Shedley just mentioned, www.republictt.com. All right, so you can go online as well and then apply for a full loan apply for a full loan online.
In fact, when you visit some of our branches, depending on when you visit, you may actually find one of our roving selfie booths there. As we said, our selfie booths. So this year, our theme for our Christmas loan campaign is picture yourself with anything this Christmas.
Picture yourself with anything this Christmas. There's where the selfie comes in.
That's where the selfie comes in.
I got that.
Right? So you can go in, picture yourself with anything you want, take your selfie, post it online, and see yourself with anything you want this Christmas.
Nice. So I could just pose up with my BMW and take the selfie.
There you go.
Nice. That's good. We have a couple of minutes, but I want to get some tips, some financial tips in, especially borrowing this time of the year. Your first tip you're saying is beat the line, apply online, which we just spoke about.
Right. I know part of our Trini culture is to kind of wait till last minute. But as you get closer to Christmas, the lines are going to get longer. It's going to get a little crazier. So come in early, right? Or go online, click on our, go to republictt.com, right? And click on our Picture This Christmas loan banner, and you can apply either online or, as I said, come in long before the rush starts.
Yeah. Don't come Christmas Eve for a loan.
Well, you can, you're not going to turn your back. But, you know.
All right, your second tip, Shedley, is come prepared, which means basically you have all your financial data, your job letter, your pay slip.
Right. Again, you don't want to be going back and forth. So if you have all your information, job letter, pay slip, all right, the details of any deductions on your pay slip, so like statements from credit unions or hire purchase or whatnot, that will speed up your process. So when you come in and you do your application, it could be approved on the same day.
On the same day. Third tip refers to buying a car.
Right.
People buy a lot of cars around Christmas time.
People buy a lot of cars around this time. So the tip is basically, if it is that you're buying a car, consider coming into the bank first. Get approved for the financing that you're seeking, right? So that when you go to the showroom, you have armed with the information that, okay, I can afford this particular make or model, and this are the monthly installments involved. So the car buying process just becomes a whole lot nicer, so to speak. You just have to go and choose.
Final tip, put away a little for the rainy day.
Yes. Well, we know people when typically when you're taking a loan, you're taking a loan for things that you want right now. Right. So I'm throwing out something there to say, okay, maybe take a little portion of that and invest it for the future. Right. So we're saying, look at perhaps maybe our Republic Bank tax incentive savings plan, which is a long-term savings investment product for your future needs.
Right. So don't just spend on all the willy-nilly things.
Put a little bit aside.
Put something aside. Even in the loan.
Even from the loan.
Even from the loan. Shedley, thanks a lot. I'm sure you're going to be back here with us in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to have a Republic Bank representative here with us for the entire season as we build up to all the spending people will be doing this Christmas on this season of A Cup of Joe. Stay with us here on A Cup of Joe. We continue after this.
Financial Fix comes to you courtesy Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
There's really one bank you can depend on. Friendly service every day. There's really one standard of treating you like you deserve to be. Yeah. Republic gives only the best to you. We get personal attention, so explain for your inspection. We're the Voice Republic.
This is water. You've never seen it behave this way. Imagine a surface being rained on, but never wet. Spilled on, but never wet. Submerged, but never wet. Introducing Rust-Oleum Never Wet, a revolutionary super hydrophobic treatment that causes liquids to form perfect spheres so they roll off surfaces like never before. Just spray it on and it's never wet. Find out more at rustoleum.com/neverwet.
All right, we are back, and what we're doing is we're going to the final leg of our show on this Monday. Our Cup for a Cause segment returns and will be a very much part of what we do here at A Cup of Joe, where we focus on as many local organizations are doing so much good stuff that we just don't hear about. We continue to make that effort to reach out to these organizations, to have a representative come on and just share their story, share what they're doing in the communities around Trinidad and Tobago. With us this morning to start things off on this Christmas season, as we've launched, is the Just Because Foundation. The Just Because Foundation. I have a husband and wife with me, Mr. Noel and Siobhan Joseph. They are both with me. They have a very special story, guys, and I will allow them to just tell us the story so that we can see how this foundation evolved. I want to first welcome you guys to Couple Joe. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
I don't know who wants to start.
I'll start.
You can start, Siobhan. I suppose with the evolution of Just Because, tell us where it all began for you guys.
Okay, it started in honor of our son, Jabez JB Joseph, so also known as the JB Foundation. In his honor, at the age of 3.5, he was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, alveolar rhabdomyosarcoma, which in smaller terms is cancer of the muscle. His own was in his tongue, 1 in 15 million get that type of cancer in their tongue. JB passed away at the age of 5.5 in March of 2007, and we started the foundation on what would have been his 6th birthday on August 2nd, 2007. So it was because of him.
Noel, I mean, that is a heart-wrenching story. I just want to get from that story the decision to start this foundation.
Right, well, actually, the decision to do something started even before JB's death. While we were going through, it was a 2-year period of treatment, and we decided as a family that we wanted to implement things that didn't exist.
When you were going
support services, when we were going through it, and we had the opportunity to go to the UK, to go to Northern England for a couple of months for extensive treatment. I mean, it was really, really, really mind-boggling surgery that was done. And while there, we encountered so many support services that we were really embraced. We felt loved, we felt cared for, and we also learned a lot of stuff. And while there, which was a year prior to JB's passing, we made a decision, and when we came home, this is what we were going to do. We were going to launch a range of services. So I think that is where the momentum came, in that the idea, the passion, the energy started even before we knew that JB was not going to make it. So the genesis happened while he was alive and full of energy and life.
And his name was Jabez.
Jabez, yeah.
And it's Just Because. That's you all came up with the
acronym.
Well,
we call him JB,
Right,
so JB is Just Because, and it literally means just because he cared, just because we care.
Right.
And that's where it came from.
Tell me a little bit, childhood cancer. I mean, cancer now literally is everywhere, and that is the reality. But childhood cancer, is it as serious as we should? Is it as serious?
Yes, it is. It is. It's growing. Actually, when JB was diagnosed 9 years ago, it was 12 to 20 kids in Trinidad being diagnosed with cancer. We're now up to between 30 and 50, closer to 50. Unfortunately, a lot of people still don't know that children get cancer. I would say maybe 1 in 10 people are aware. And we have been around for 7 years trying to create awareness and promote wellness and stuff. So we have a lot more work to do creating the awareness, because a lot of people still think that cancer is an old people's disease, so to speak, but it's not.
You're launching what is being called Embrace. It's a support system.
Yes.
You want to tell me a little bit about it?
Well, again, interestingly enough, in terms of support services that exist, of all the things that we have launched, we felt that there was just another piece of that puzzle missing. Because while the parents are going through the whole scenario, the family, we're there for them in a number of ways, providing transportation, home away from home services, sibling support services, grocery item services. But at that point, when you lose your child, it seems as though everything you've been trying to hold up all these years, it just comes down. All the pain, the anger, the disbelief. In our case, and for me personally, even for those who have strong faith, there's a point at which you ask God a serious question. I mean, come on, what's this about? So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be literally embracing the families now differently, where it's going to be more of a peer counseling type group. Because you find that it's only people who have gone this road, have traveled this road, will really sit down and understand your story of going through chemo, going through multiple surgeries, radiotherapy, still losing your child. We have people who have lost their jobs because they had marriages have broken up as a result of going through this. So that is what Embrace is about. It's taking everything about the journey and bringing us together to talk about it. And then we also have a counselor doing segments with the families as well.
Noel, Siobhan, I mean, what Noel just itemized there seems a lot in terms of, I mean, you stretching your hands out and offering support to similar parents who may be experiencing what you experienced. What sort of support, what sort of backing you guys have? Are you doing this on your own?
Well, initially it was, but we have a fantastic management team, and then of course our board, where we come together. And because we have been around for 7 years,
7 years, yeah,
there are people who know about us. So literally a phone call away if a patient needs something, or a parent or whatever, you know, we can call our network of people to help. And we have had some corporate help as well. So it's difficult, but it's doable, and we plan to keep doing it. We look at it as an assignment from God, having taken JB from us and given us the opportunity to help other families who are currently going through it.
Tell me about the support system in Trinidad as it is. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. But tell me what you experienced and what I suppose you're now trying to fix.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, and I would want to preface that by saying, to understand that we are a developing country. And literally, it is times when people do have the experience that we had to leave TNT and go out there and experience it as it should be. So it is not that we are saying that it's anybody's fault that it doesn't exist, nor are we putting it on the hands of the government or the ministry. I think, and that's the purpose of civil society anyway, to look at the needs and do something about it. So basically, all of the projects that we have launched didn't exist, you know, or there are persons who tried as individuals. They didn't have the kind of momentum or energy or passion. So it's not that they didn't want to do it, to be fair to everyone. So having said that, there was a huge void in terms of linking services, a huge void in terms of the psychosocial impact. What is going on with your marriage? What is going on with the sibling? And so on. And all of these things propelled us forward. So thank God, 7 years later, they now exist. So back then, when it was the Josephs going through what they had to go through, it was more or less in isolation. And it really, I mean, it took a toll on us, as you would imagine, as a family and as everything. But we're here. We're here, we're doing it, and we have to say thanks to everyone who has really supported us over the years.
All right. I mean, I'm looking at childhood cancer warning signs. I suppose all this is part of what Embrace is going to offer.
Well, it's another aspect of it. Yes, that's an advocacy project by itself. Just the warning signs only, because as you would have seen on the card, literally too many kids would come in at late stage because again it's no one's fault. You're not thinking that your 2-year-old would have cancer. In fact, we have children being born with tumors and with blood-borne diseases. So it is no one's fault. So the whole idea of awareness, it's a lifetime project for us now.
How are you doing that advocacy though, in terms of how is it being reached? Well, public?
We have our website, we have our Facebook page, we go to health fairs and give out the information. This actually started in last year, where we are educating people on the early warning signs. So long ago in our day, a headache may have just been growing headaches, or you have, you know, you may need glasses or whatever. Now if your child has persistent headaches, please come and check it out, you know, stuff like that. We are explaining to people that it's not to panic you, but it's just to be aware. In the same way men have to do their PSAs and women are advised to do their breast exams and stuff. Have your child just do a general checkup on a yearly basis.
Because this is real.
Because it's real, and you could pick, and it has no boundaries. It could be anyone. And it's simply a blood test could pick up anything irregular, and then we can take it from there.
All right, guys, I want to give you information out so that folks listening, viewing can reach out. If you did not know about the Just Because Foundation, they have a website, www.thejustbecausefoundation. That's THE, we're going to put it up on the screen, THE justbecausefoundation.com. They're of course on Facebook. You check the Just Because Foundation /group. Email address as well, it's justbecause@mail.tt, and by phone they can be reached at 299-4523. That's 299-4523 or 4JBF. All right, you can reach out to either Noel or Siobhan Joseph, and they will be most willing, as I said, to extend their arms in any sort of support, practical advice, anything dealing with what is a real situation that we may just be taking for granted. A child, a cancer, another aspect that we have to deal with in this world that we live in. All right, guys, remain strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good seeing you guys and meeting you guys and continuing to find work you're doing. All right. The Just Because Foundation inside our Cup for a Cause this morning on A Cup of Joe. We will be right back.
Girl, all my furnishings are from American Stores. Quality living made affordable. Come, let me take you down to American Stores.
At American Stores this Christmas, make all your holiday wishes come true. Choose from many styles of comfortable living rooms starting at $29.99. Elegant dining rooms starting at $12.99. Relaxing bedrooms starting at $11.99. And a chance to win up to $1 million in the American Stores Cash Cube. All at American Stores, where we make quality living affordable.
Yes, we are wrapping our premiere episode of this Christmas season on A Cup of Joe. And wow, we are launching a brand new segment this season. Hopefully it will stay with us here on A Cup of Joe. We're dubbing our close on a Monday,
Music Monday.
The beautiful Bio Jackson is back with me, all decked in Christmas red.
Yes.
And who do we have? We have a little tot in the middle of us.
Wow. A little tot. Well, this is a little lady with a whole lot of talent.
Yes.
A whole lot of talent. Her name is Shinesse Simmons.
Shinesse Simmons.
And she is a vocalist extraordinaire. Shinesse has actually been singing for the major part of her life, about 17 years or so.
17 years?
Yes.
And you're 18? No.
I'm 22.
Okay.
You say yes.
I wasn't far off.
So pretty much she's been involved in very many genres of music.
Right.
Everything from calypso to Broadway to gospel, a little opera here and there. No, not opera. That's the only thing you haven't really touched.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So we'll tell you a little bit more about Shinesse after we hear what she has to offer for us today. Shinesse, we'll let you introduce what you're going to sing. Ready?
Yes.
The
All
floor
right,
is
let's
yours.
do this.
Yeah.
Guruka Masharo, Awalufe Awabojule, Guruka Masharo, Guruka Masharo, Awalufe Awabojule, Guruka Masharo, Guruka Masharo, Awalufe Awabojule, Guruka Masharo. People gather round, I want you listen well. To set your spirit free, I have this tale to tell. Hear the grumbling of the drums, feel its mystic sound as it elevates you now to a higher ground. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Rhythm to shake the living, rhythm to raise the dead, rhythm to push the pain from your heart, rhythm to make you laugh, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance, rhythm to make the soul of our people prance. People hear the call for unity. Together none will fall, let's shape our destiny. Dancing on the keys of life in perfect harmony. Father, brother, daughter, wife, won't you dance with me? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I say rhythm to shake the living, rhythm to raise the dead, rhythm to push the pain from your heart, rhythm to make you laugh, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance, rhythm to make the soul of our people prance. Guruka Masharo, Amalufe Awabojule, Guruka Masharo. Guruka Masharo, Amalufe Awabojule, Guruka Masharo. People hear the call for unity. Together none will fall, let's shape our destiny. Dancing on the keys of life in perfect harmony. Father, brother, daughter, wife, Won't you dance with me? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I said rhythm to shake the living, rhythm to raise the dead, rhythm to purge the pain from your heart, rhythm to make you laugh. I said rhythm to make the soul of our people dance, rhythm to make the soul of our people prance. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go ile Monday. Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go. Ibaba go ile Monday, Ibaba go.
The halls. I'm feeling the
amazing.
The life in the halls.
Voice.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely well beautiful, powerful voice. You know, part of me really wishes I was a singer.
Me too. No, because I actually think I can do that, you know.
Oh dear.
I think I can do it, and then when I start, I recognize, no, I can't.
No, you can't. After the first line or so, you realize, not happening.
What a voice.
What a voice.
And
what
she's
a voice. Multi-talented, and she's not only necessarily about the performing arts. This is a young lady who, for all intents and purposes, is a med student.
Whoa.
Yes. Now she's between majors, I understand, but yeah. Brilliant young lady, not just talented, but brilliant as well.
Bright girl with a beautiful voice.
Yes,
Can't go wrong with
bright, beautiful, and brilliant.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well done. Well done.
She also,
thanks for sharing with us.
Was a part of the Digital Rising Stars.
She was also
season.
part. Nice.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So
that's where when we spoke to Chetlal was also
right. Exactly.
Right. Yeah,
so I suppose we can expect to see and hear a lot more from you, Sharice.
Yes, definitely.
I hope so. I hope that you got to share that voice with the world.
Indeed.
I'm trying. One step at a time.
One step at a time. But you got to share that voice with the world. That's a fun and a good tribute to Ella Handel as well. Yeah, one of your favorites. Oh yeah,
you should try
yeah.
to get her.
I think you should.
All right.
I think you should.
I'm gonna get on that.
I think you should. Yeah. Let's put her up.
Yeah. What a beautiful way to wrap up a fantastic first show.
Yeah.
You know, we opened with Uncle Roy and we closed with Shinesse.
Yeah. I'm excited about this Christmas season, I tell you.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, Cup of Joe family, thank you so much for being with us. Don't forget, if you want to drop us a line inside of our third season, as always, you can check us out on Facebook at Cup of Joe TT. Email us at acupofjoett.com. And in terms of YouTube,
you can, of course, follow us. Subscribe. I was corrected.
Subscribe.
I was corrected. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can check out Cup of Joe TT.
Pretty much.
Technically correct there?
Yes.
Yes, you are. All right.
Have a good one, TNT.
Have a good one. And remember, folks, we're on 5 days a week. Join us. Don't wait on Wednesday because we'll be back right here tomorrow. We're on 5 days a week from now. Yes, our Christmas season, we are here with you every single day. Whatever is inside your cup, folks, do enjoy. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, 10 o'clock, right here on CCN TV6.